way what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Baby. Get this shit kicked off here. It's what the hell? It's Wednesday. What the hell are we doing here on Wednesday? Shit. Universe is that's what it is. It's not our fault. It's the world. It's not turning around. We got a stage screwed up. Yes, it is, Carla. It is high tech, baby. Thanks, Tony Boyd. How y'all doing, people? We're gonna fix this. Gotta fix this shit. No, I did not take too many hits off the mic. I'm doing just fine. Hey, where's my button? There it is. There. Let's get this thing going. Wait a minute. Warning, this thing could be addictive and all other kinds of shit. I forgot to hit that button. Lord have mercy. How y'all doing, baby? It is Wednesday. Surprise. We're having a show tonight, baby. Because John didn't make it last night, baby. And that's a whole other story. I thought a night was going to be so nice and it turned into a nightmare again. Shit. 2 nights in a row. Jay Clayton was first one to jump in was Stephanie Dayton. What the hell are you doing in the desert? It's hot, Jay. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm looking at John Harrod's right below him. Idaho neighbor all the way from Utah, baby. Love to have you here. Yeah, Jay, what are you doing in the desert, buddy? It's hot out there. Randy Peterson. Ooh, pig. Get on the beach, buddy. Is that what you're doing? Soaking up the rays, buddy. I hope you're having a grand time. Dorothy Tindall is here. Justin Pennington. Jeff Curry's here. Aha. The remixtress is with us. Mega Wet Willie, how you doing, buddy? Jeff Curry, let me see. Bruce Preston's here. Debbie Marie, Nancy Halverson. Let me see. Bernadette Pree. I see her over there. Thank you very much for being here. Karen Van Wyk. Happy Hump Day, everybody. It is. It's Hump Day. Ask me how I spent mine. It sucked. Anyway, let's get on down here. Seems to be a habit of mine here lately. Deborah Douglas is here. Sand between your toes. Indeed, he's doing that a lot. If you ain't on the beach, he's fishing. It's like, come on, barbecuing. I'm thinking about moving in with you myself. Anyway, let me get on down there. Lorraine Barrett is here. Bart Larson, Carolyn and John Majesco. Love to my donkey. Thank you very much, baby. Rex Trek is here. Let me get on down here. We won't get the show. Get Rex Trek and Bart Larson. Rex Trek is here. James Price is here. How you doing, buddy? I did talk to a few Blue Dots last night. I didn't have it. It was a rough day, a rough night before that, and I was looking forward to a good night's sleep, and that didn't happen. So we're on day 2 of this shit. I'm getting my second window, baby. Anyway, before we get started, I got mail, baby. I opened my mailbox and hey, there was mail, baby. I got a card from Katie Love, and it says NC, Delaware, but the postmark is from Willington. I don't know where NC is, but wherever you are, Katie Love, thank you very much. And she sent a nice little donation in there. I appreciate that tremendously, Katie. Thank you. And it was a beautiful little card. But she talked about she was having difficulty becoming a Blue Dot member. No problem at all, baby. Anybody who visits this, even people, I say it all the time, even people who never heard of my ass, they're Blue Dots all over this country. To get on the show or to get on the Facebook, that I don't know how that all works, but we'll try to get you in there, but all you have to do to get on this show, baby, is go on to Discord, download a free app, and look for a Blue Dot in Texas, and then follow the lead over there, and go to bluedotintexas.com and follow the instructions there. But Katie, thank you so much, baby, and just she's been with us a long time, evidently, and has trouble getting in here, but there's no requirement for membership in this family, baby. An open heart and an open mind, it's all that's required. And there's Bernadette Free, just put it in there in the chat just in case. You can follow that link right to Discord and come right into the room and join us. And on that note, let's pull Bernadette up here and tell her we appreciate that very much. And my two co-hosts, Bernadette, the two ladies that I wouldn't be able to do a show without. Hello, Bernadette.
Hi, John. How you doing today? You sound much better.
Yeah, I don't feel better. Nope.
Well,
This is all of a side,
no,
baby.
is it?
My day sucked.
No.
I didn't mean for it to, but it did. Anyway, how are you?
I'm good today.
Good. I'm glad. I got a
It's
smile
nice,
on my
beautiful
face.
day up here.
Was it? It's sweltering hot down here.
Yeah, so I keep seeing.
Yeah, it's just tendency to hang around down here, baby. It was a long day. Me and Tyler had a rough day today, but anyway, Miss Chick, are you with us, baby?
I am, John.
How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well.
Good.
It was supposed to be
It's just making me
in
feel
the
all sorts
upper
of good.
80s and
Shit,
muggy
here they
today.
go, bragging that shit around.
Well,
Yeah,
it started
sit
to
down here.
rain, and
Oh,
it's
she
not
got
even
rain.
quite 70 degrees right now.
70 degrees.
My toes are cold.
You know what?
Oh.
What? Your toes are cold.
My toes are cold.
Darling, I got out there to load my trailer. Remember the other day I told y'all me and my boys built a new fence. And a few days later we went out and tore down the old fence. Well, we had a big pile of old fence there. So today, 10 o'clock this morning, went out and loaded the old fence up onto the trailer. We're going to take it to the dump. And a bunch of messy stuff that we had to get on there. Big planks of wood, rotted shit, chicken wire. Anyway, by a little before noon, we had it loaded, strapped down and everything, but I'm covered with sweat. Come in the house for a little bit, drink a little bit of tea, go out and get in the truck, get to the dump, and, man, I get up to the gate, the guy says, is that all wood? Yes, sir. Because if there's any iron in there, it means I got to go to a different spot. Yes, sir, it's all wood. He said, well, okay. We'll go over to lane 1. When he said that, he did not send me to the scales, so they're not going to charge me the weight on this load. It's free. It's just going to go in there and dump it off. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And I turned the corner on lane 1. Yeah. There's about 13, 14 trucks in front of me. Each truck has a trailer, and they take a little time to unload their shit. So, yeah, we was sitting in line. We didn't get out of there until 4 o'clock. So, yeah. And then dash home, eat, and
Sitting in line in a hot truck.
Yeah, in a hot truck. No, it's not fun, baby.
Oh, no, I've done that
Even the
before.
breeze was warm. Anyway, you got it all done. The place looks a lot better over there. Mesquite trees looking good, right? It's a nice little area that used to be a chicken yard. So we reclaimed it and made it back into a. We
Be
reclaimed
great
land.
great for a garden. It's already fertilized.
It is. It is. It is. There's lots of chicken shit down there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been discussed because it is. We could till that up. It's a nice little area. Or I could park my
there
trailer
you
over
go.
there.
Just throw some seeds out and cover them with straw. They'll grow.
Yeah, we got lots of that. Hay. We got lots of hay
Hey.
because we got a donkey, so she eats a lot of hay. Anyway, yes, I was in the car, so I didn't get to see what was happening. I was listening, though, because I have an app on my phone, CNN app, turn it on there, let's see the news. And I'm hearing Mitch McConnell giving a speech.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well,
Uh-oh.
he was
Did
trying.
you actually hear anything? I don't think.
Oh, did y'all not
I've
see this?
heard.
All of a sudden? I
I've
mean, not
seen
giving
it,
a
but I don't
speech. He
think
was
said a word.
he was in the hallway being interviewed. And he was right in the middle of saying something when he stopped. Right in the middle of a sentence. Right there. Not another
For a
word out of his
long
mouth.
time.
They had to get him around, turn him around, and get him into his office, I guess. I didn't see it. I hear another voice step in and say, "Sir, are you okay?" And then just a lot of people going, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And,
Yeah, there was two people at his elbow even before that actually happened. It's like, are they
Yeah.
just following him around and escorting him in directions?
I don't want to hear any more shit
Uh,
about
No,
Joe
no, no, no,
Biden
no,
being
no.
old.
We
See,
remember
this
Reagan?
is this was midweek at Bernie's. He just stopped, and they just carried him
Weekend
on
at
to the
Bernie's.
next spot.
Midweek at
Carried him right off.
Midweek at Bernie's.
Put a drink in
Yes,
his hand.
you
Don't
know.
worry about it. Put a hat on him.
Boy, did the squirrels leave that building, huh?
Mitch, how's Julie?
She's okay. She's away for a few days. She went down
Oh.
to her mom's.
Oh.
Spent some time with
I hope
Mom.
everything's well. She's just going for a visit.
Mom's adjusting very, very well. I mean,
Hey.
we had a pretty shitty couple 3 years there.
Yeah. She had it rough.
Yeah, she's doing okay. She's
Well, when you see
she's
her,
going
tell
to
her-
spend some time.
tell her
And
we give her our best.
I unfortunately have to work like an asshole. So
No, wait. I seen a post about you. Wait. What did it say? It was about your job. Everything okay?
my that I'm a organizational
Right.
coach.
Right.
My coach, the guy who gave me my certification, passed
Right.
away.
I saw that.
His
Oh.
name-
It's hard when you lose somebody that you're, that you really look up
It's
to.
hard when you lose anybody. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You know, it's
when it's somebody that
especially
you really
hard.
look up to and that mentored you, or that's a personal
Yeah.
thing.
And it's a little selfish, I concede.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still a little tough. But you know something? Everything is going okay. I think
Well,
things
I
are
see
going
you
to
weren't in
change.
line
but
at the
I
dump
think
today,
things are
huh?
gonna be fine.
I see you weren't in line at the dump today. Everything went fine today.
I
you
had
said.
my own version of the dump
Okay.
today.
Okay. Well, we all have to go there sooner.
We all got to go to the
Yeah.
dump,
Got to go to
John,
the dump sometime. Get rid of shit.
and avoid it.
Yep. Anyway, did you see Mitch McConnell lose his
No,
shit?
what did I miss?
Well, I didn't get to see it. I just heard it on the radio, and then after it happened, all
Oh,
the news people
What
were
happened?
talking about what happened. Evidently, Mitch McConnell was in the hallway of the Senate doing his daily speak to the press thing, and he was talking about, I can't even remember what the subject matter was, but he was right in the middle of saying something, and then all of a sudden it just,
stunning, John. He stopped.
he stopped.
He did.
Stopped, and
He did.
it took
Yeah,
a
it was
long
obvious.
time for everyone to figure out
What's
he
wrong?
just stopped.
Yeah, he just stopped. He's
Yeah, it
not
wasn't
talking.
a
He
pause.
didn't blink.
They
He-
realized
he
it wasn't
didn't
a
look
pause.
See,
around.
that's what
He
I
was
haven't seen it, but
frozen
that's
in
what they're
time.
saying. He did not blink or
Oh.
anything. He just stared
No,
straight ahead.
no,
No, he
What?
didn't.
No,
So
no,
he wasn't
didn't.
lying for a minute, right?
He
Yeah,
was just looking
that's about
straight
it.
ahead.
Yeah, his mouth
Yes.
quit moving, so
Yes,
He stopped lying, and everybody freaked out.
freaked out. What
Yeah,
happened?
pretty much.
and
Yeah.
then they exited him stage left off the mic.
Timothy is saying he looked like he had a small stroke. That was what I was thinking when I was in my truck listening, because me and Tyler were sitting there going, "What the hell?" He just
I
quit.
don't know. That's not what it looked like to me. It looked
well,
like a
again.
dementia moment to me.
It did. He completely was not there. Mitch left the building before Mitch left the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I wish he
Well,
had
Yeah,
any of them.
it's all over YouTube. You can find it.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I posted it in main discussion. See, that's why if any of you are not in Discord, you're missing a whole lot
Oh,
of
baby.
content that goes on
Yeah.
between a whole lot of members around here, man. We got some
yeah,
active members.
we did not have
that
a
are
show last
posted
night, but
all the
we did.
time.
We got together in Discord for a little while, and
Yeah,
got
we're
to-
talking all the time.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
yeah. If you're not in Discord, you're missing half the conversation in this thing.
Yep.
So, and I urge you. And again, no membership required. There's no
None.
hoops you have to jump through. The only
Nope.
thing is nowadays, I've got. They turned my Facebook page into a, what do they call it? I don't know if it's not a private page anymore. I don't know what it is. I got too many followers.
Public domain is public.
Yes, public domain, and because there's a list of people who want to be friends on Facebook, and it's like thousands upon thousands of names on that list, and there's just is already maxed out. So
Right.
Oh,
I can't do anything. But we're humming along. Man, real good on TikTok. We just shot the hell up in TikTok. Ah, who figured? Because the boys were trying to
Right
get
on.
me on there. What TikTok? I don't know what TikTok. And then they showed it to me a bunch, and I went, well, I'm not falling off a skateboard to entertain people. No, Dad, you can do your rants. Oh, okay. So we took off, and that's good. That's good. Anyway, we can get the message out any farther. Again, I want to emphasize, I want desperately to try to make some improvements on the show to be able to have a split screen and have guests on here, because as I look to my right and just see the screen over here with me on it and waving my hand, and that's all you see for an hour and a half. You know, I want somebody else's ass to sweat up there for a little while, not just me. I want Mitch up there cooking something.
There you go, Mitch in the kitchen.
Mitch in the kitchen. That's what we need.
yeah, Mitch in the kitchen.
You
Well, someday I hope to make good on that promise that I made to you, John, that I'm going to cook you dinner. Obviously, we can't do it at your place, but
I wish we could,
I'm
brother.
still
I really
think- I'm
do.
still
I
trying
really
to
do.
figure out a way we
I have a
can do it.
beautiful kitchen. I'm sure you could do well in.
I'm
And
sure
I
I
have a
can.
beautiful wife who would smack me in the head. My
That's
head
not
would
a
be
good
on the
word.
platter. That's what.
Well,
got
well,
five in order.
there was some conversation going around. I think might have been in Discord of renting an Airbnb the next time we have a Blue Dot gathering.
You know,
And so that would have a kitchen
my
in it.
kids keep pushing me towards that, because there are
Uh-huh.
some fabulous Airbnbs out there and have,
There
like, I don't know, 10
There are.
bedrooms or something like that. You know,
Everybody
If we
pitch
do
in.
come back out, that's definitely the route we're going to take.
you think?
Because I'd rather have a few people over and cook. Yeah, every time you go out, going out it's
Indeed,
expensive.
it can get expensive.
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
quick.
it-
It's not just that, but it gets
And,
loud.
and you
start
look at the
having-
price of some of these
Well-
Airbnbs, but if you split that price up amongst the people that are going to be there, the price starts
Exactly.
to go down drastically. From
I mean, we have some amazing talent in this town, in this family, and some of them belong to the cooks, like Mitch in the kitchen.
oh, we've seen him. I would love
Yes.
to. And y'all ain't seen me. I can open a can of beans like nobody's been. 16 turns, baby. That's
I'm
right.
trying to
16
tell you.
turns on the. I can open a can.
Yeah, I'm
No,
trying to
my
tell
forte
you.
in the food is more eating it. If I like to cook, I like to cook Chinese. That's what I like to cook. I like to get the wok out and chop all my shit up and have it all ready and then throw it in there and stir fry the shit out of it. That's what I like to do.
Seafood. I see food and I eat it.
There you go. See? One night we could have chop suey. Next night we're going to have seafood. Mitch, what are we going to do? What are you cooking?
I don't know, maybe chicken soup with matzo balls.
There you go.
Ooh, that sounds good.
There you go.
That sounds good.
That's a whole day worth of cooking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you guys are worth it. Man, I'm telling you, John. Once you had like Brooklyn-based Jewish cooking from the 20th century, I don't know if you ever had it before, but
No.
it's pretty good shit.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I can't say I've ever had. Well, now, we had a lady in my office who was Jewish, and every once in a while she would bring a dish. You know, when everybody brings something, and I know everything that she brought was kosher, but it was always good.
Nah, well, I'm not even talking. Kosher isn't really.
Well,
Well,
that's all
kosher's
I
like
know.
a
That's
part of
all I know.
It's not about the kosherness. It's
Right.
just cuisine. You know, it's Eastern European peasant cuisine. But
There you go.
God
Yes.
damn, it's good.
Yes.
Right. Well, you're just going to have to demonstrate that shit. That's all.
We'll
That's,
see.
and so we should next time we get together for a Blue Dot family hookup, we need to, wherever it is, explore the possibility of renting one larger Airbnb, usually come with pools or some kind of amenities that we could, because normally, when we meet in San Antonio, we're all sitting around the motel until we go walk down the Riverwalk or something.
Right.
and-
Now, the only problem with that
What?
is that let's say we get a place, that means we don't, Airbnb does not mean party house.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
Exactly.
We are
I
still
don't
gonna
think any
need a
of us
place to hang
are
out.
swinging on the rafters anymore.
I'm saying we're still going to need a place to hang out.
Yeah, and that's what that would provide. If you had everybody had a bedroom, well, there you go, access to a restroom, and then the rest of
Yeah.
it would be communal, and you get to
We'll
see
see.
how John looks
But
early in the morning when he's having his freaking coffee.
We're still definitely thinking about doing something this fall, like somewhere between, Halloween and Thanksgiving,
Wow.
coming down for a long weekend and chilling out there. So
But
it may
just
happen.
put it
soon.
on the calendar and let me know, because we want
Yeah,
to
I
get
think
John and Carolyn
some-
them moving.
Sure.
They're kicking the butt. I really enjoyed their company, and
I
KY
hear
same way.
Tremendous fun.
We had a lot of fun. Anytime we get together, the souls of mutual desires, or
Anyway,
that kind of shit, mushy shit, family
mushy
crap.
shit.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, I spent all day in line. That's the only news I heard was that that and Hunter Biden deal, something in the courtroom. They didn't get a deal going. They thought they were going to have a plea deal, but no.
That was kind of messed up.
Yeah, well, somebody got to the judge and convinced her that, maybe we should investigate the investigators a little bit more.
Really?
Mm.
Thought we'd been investigating his ass for years. They ain't
John,
done
they're
yet?
not going to stop. They're not going to
Ain't done
stop.
yet?
No,
Nope.
they're not going to stop. And they're doing
There's no
everything
reason
that
for
they
them to
can
It's the only platform they
exactly,
have.
exactly. What else? If those fuckers weren't complaining, what would we do? I don't know. Like get some policy done in this
Dare you
in this
say,
country?
get some of the people's work done? Are you insinuating something like that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're right. Exactly.
That's becoming a harder task to do in Washington.
It's
Yeah.
not even being done with
No.
these idiots in Congress right now.
No,
And then you got the leader of the Senate, taking
my first
5 square minutes
inclination
out
is-
of the day to be silent. Yay.
my first inclination is to look at both sides of the fence, but no, it's massively different on one side. There's a lot that we could say that both sides sometimes drag their feet on shit that they should get done. That legislation gets stalled. Somebody kills something on the floor or something. But we used to muddle through. But now it's not that. They've gone off the freaking deep end in my book. They're freaking
Yeah.
nuts. They don't have any desire to do any of the people's business. They're after one thing:
No.
make sure they attack the Biden family and make sure Donnie Trump gets elected again.
Yeah, I guess it keeps them busy, huh?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yet it was all important to have a hearing today about, unidentified aerial.
Hey, I heard about
phenomena.
that too. Didn't get to see it. If I would have been home, that's what my kids would have been watching.
And the
No.
cover-up that's going on because, Biden's been in office for all these years. It's got to be him and his doing.
Well, of course it is.
Well, no, it was
He has a personal
what I could
relationship with it,
gather,
yeah.
the little bit that I watched, the men that were from like the Air Force or wherever that have seen these things and are the whistleblowers, so to speak, that we
Right.
have seen them. We know that there's evidence in terms of video or whatever, but nobody will release it. I think what they wanted was they want some money allocated into looking into the phenomena. I think that's what the whole hearing was about. I didn't watch it
Okay.
to the very end, but it's like, okay, like there isn't more important stuff out there in the world because we've always
Exactly.
done this UFO bullshit forever. It's kind of like
Exactly.
fairies and leprechauns and that's it.
Are you
I don't
insinuating
care.
that the
I don't
death of the
care.
planet Earth is not of an important subject matter? They could come over here with their little green lasers
if
and
they
shoot the
are
hell out of
there,
us, and there we go.
people haven't made contact. They probably don't want to make contact. That's the way I see it. Do
The
you
way
blame
I've
them?
always looked at it, if they're coming here, they're far more advanced than we are. I don't think
Yeah,
our
and they're
bullets
not
and shit
sticking
are going to
around
work.
because they look at
But
what this
why
shithole
why
is.
would they stay?
Yeah, why would they stay? They'd look down there and go, "Oh, ants, let's go, move on. Let's
Yeah.
find some place that ain't got fleas on it."
But in the meantime, it's like borderline conspiracy bullshit is what it is. It's like let's make this normal.
Wait a minute. There ain't no
You know-
borderline about it. Okay?
You know-
UFOs are, listen up, everybody. UFOs are not aliens. UFOs are not aliens. Okay?
Hey, I got a message here too. You know what it says?
Imagine.
UFOs are not aliens. From Mitch Goldstein with a $5 donation. Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate it. Now wait, back up the bus though. If they're not,
No, but everybody always leans that way, like it's coming from outer space. No, it's probably coming from some very large country that's spying on us in some new way.
oh,
Not even
in
that
that
complicated.
context.
I
Most of
mean,
the
like
time,
with
it's not that
giant
complicated.
balloons and things like that.
Well, these were not what they were
Oh
talking
no,
about,
no,
but
I'm
yeah.
talking about the
Well,
ones with
not
the little
this time.
silver disc and the little green men on the inside. That's what I'm talking
You know, they're not even, they're talking about, there's some footage that was declassified. So let me tell you about what that means.
about. Oh,
When something gets declassified, that doesn't mean that it was a big secret and now it's not a secret. It means that it was determined later on that it was never a secret to begin
it
with.
was not of intelligent value. Intelligence
Was no
value. Its
value.
value.
And
So
Right.
one particular film I remember was they claimed, oh, it was a UFO. It was moving faster than any airplane, and they were tracking it with their tracking camera on this airplane. And we don't know what it is. We don't know what. Turns out, our sky phenomena,
doing it.
Who's what?
lightning, Venus is very common. That people think Venus is a UFO because it's big and bright, and you don't see it all the time.
I keep hearing a noise, and
You
what
know
it
what?
is
You know what,
YouTube is
Mitch?
buffering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Sorry
it,
to
it
bust the
stopped.
bubble.
It caught
Yeah.
up. But my son showed me a short off of YouTube yesterday of this guy who was filming the moon, and he zoomed in, and you could see craters on the moon and the whole freaking bit. And then he got to the edge of the moon, and right off the edge of the moon
Yeah,
was this thing that was floating in the sky.
big thing.
Couldn't
Picture?
really see. You couldn't really see what it was, but it separated into like two
We
two
know what it
pieces.
was.
And so my son hollers out, "It's an alien drug deal." I fell out laughing.
Seen the whole thing. Call the police. Get him out here.
I just put the YouTube address in the YouTube chat for Thunderfoot's video that debunks the UFO claims of the Pentagon released video. And if you just play that in the first few seconds, you'll see the UFO that got everybody's dander up, and it turns out to be a duck.
Well,
Did you
freaking
put that
yeah.
in main discussion?
No, but I will.
Yeah,
I
please,
didn't
man.
see.
I
I
didn't
think
see-
they actually
I didn't
showed
see
a
it
video.
come
I
up.
didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
In the
But,
YouTube chat. That's why
Oh,
I
I
asked.
I checked
didn't?
everything out. Whether
No.
it's an alien video, I don't care. I have a special source, baby. He's called Travis, and I go, "Hey, Travis, look at that." Travis will dig everything up because he will not
Yeah.
let me make a fool. He's trying hard. Not, Dad, you can't talk about that. That's stupid. Look at this. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick apart the UFO bullshit. It's just the matter that, like, really, this is what we want to
I
hear.
don't want to
Well,
ruin
I
my
mean,
fantasy of what I think. You know, if you were to ask me on a grand scale, do I believe in aliens or another?
But that's
Yeah,
different.
it is different.
Different.
That's different. Do I believe that? Oh, hell yes. Just mathematics tells you that. Eventually, you reach that point that it's 100% possibility.
Well, these-
So yes.
These guys seem to think we needed to allocate some money and we needed to
Hey,
have the government release anything that they haven't released yet.
there's the key words. We need to
Mhm.
allocate some money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shouldn't we be trying to figure out why I don't know,
Why
we
we
need to
haven't
do
arrested
something
a
about
president yet?
climate change, or these global
Why don't we
issues that
allocate
affect
some more money
everybody on
for
the planet
for-
instead of
for pay?
chasing flying fucking ducks? Because I don't know, is it possible to fly and fuck at the same time if you're a duck?
What if you give
Don't
a
know.
flying fuck duck?
Much about ducks.
Yeah.
I
don't
just
fucking know
it was
about
just
ducks.
a thought, just a thought. I don't know.
Bernadette,
never
I
seen-
dropped that in a Discord I am. If you could throw that up on YouTube, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, let me see where I don't see it in Discord either. Mitch?
I can't change my shit. I'll lose everything. I can't
No,
go look.
no, John. You don't do
No,
anything
I don't touch
because we
buttons.
know how.
I know what
You
buttons
push
I'm allowed to
buttons.
touch. Look
Okay,
here.
let me look. Oh, I see. I got you. It's in
All right.
it's in it.
While she's doing that, I'll hit a button. Look at here. I hit a button. There's Sherrod Brown. He's running for senator in Ohio. He's the guy we was talking about. You can see the little canary pin in there. Canary in a coal mine type, so a canary in a cage, to remind him of who he's fighting for. That his constituents have a long history of coal, but he's running for senator. He needs our help. We need to keep Ohio blue, baby. He's got Republicans out the wazoo running against his ass. So if you can cough up a few bucks, baby, we really appreciate it. That's the way we get democracy done, baby. We the people
And
getting the job done.
If you're in Ohio, you got to remember to vote on that issue. No on one.
No on one. Yes,
No
that's the
on
one
one.
you talked about the other day, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
their plan is to use that to change the abortion issue.
Really?
Well, if they can get it to be so that a 40% of the population can keep things from getting into issues, right? That's the whole point.
They have to cross the
The-
threshold, don't they?
Because they had 58% that supported the abortion rights,
Right.
and they want to change it so that the issues you have to have 60%
Oh, well,
of
of course
people
they do.
put something on. Yeah.
Are you trying
right?
to say they're trying to move the line?
They're working the numbers. They're working the
course they are.
numbers. They want to move the line. They
You know,
want 40% of the people to make all the decisions.
I hate this authoritative position they take on this abortion issue. It's just ridiculous. There's not another issue that the right takes more to heart, and it is so hard to battle because of Jesus, and that's the abortion issue. And this thing with Tommy Tubbashit is really reaching the threshold of him. This is just, he put out a statement. He's trying to keep politics out of the military. Really? Seems to me like you're tossing politics right into it, buddy.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
something that has long bothered me about Obama, who back in the day was against abortion. In case people forgot that.
No, he was. He started out. He did not agree with abortion.
And he was against
he was against it.
against marriage equality too. And he came around. Fair enough. I want to know, why is Joe Biden not banging on Tommy Tuberville's fucking office door? He is the
Everybody
commander
should.
and chief of the United States military.
Yes.
And Tommy Tuberville shouldn't be allowed to sit quietly by himself.
No, people should be. He got a letter from. I think it's over 500 service.
Strongly worded letter.
Yes.
See, that's a typical Democratic thing to
Yeah,
do.
go write him a letter. No, you need to be knocking
Strongly
on his
worded
door.
letter.
He needs to have a protest out his fucking door every damn day. How about if you don't let female military members cross state lines and travel? How about we just put a fucking blockade in front of your door and you don't travel nowhere? How about
Well,
sleep in your
maybe-
fucking office?
Maybe he's being quiet because he wants Tuberville to just lose all the veteran votes.
I don't know how he expects any veteran to vote for his ass when he's pulling this kind of shit. If
Or
you
money
have
for the
an
veteran.
issue with abortion, then bring it to the Senate floor. Don't bring it to the local military base around the country.
That's kind of bullshit too, because, allegedly, when I was growing up, I was told
Right.
that the Constitution was so awesome because it would prevent these very things that are happening right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Me, you, me, and me were taught
Remember-
the same thing. Yes.
Checks
Right?
and
Remember
balances.
when we were told how
Yeah.
checks and balances,
Yeah.
everything's about checks and balances. Well, let me tell you something. That shit's broke.
No,
Yep.
we don't have that
It
anymore.
is.
Yes, it is. You're right, Mitch. Especially when the chief of the Supreme Court, what is his name? Oh
Robert.
yeah.
Yeah. Roberts.
comes out
Yeah.
the other day after the Senate got together and said, I think it was the Senate, maybe it was the House, said that they wanted to put together a list of which they have the right to do because each branch of the government is supposed to be a check on the other branch of government.
That's the way it was
They have
designed.
the right to put together ethics rules for the Supreme Court. And Roberts came out and said, "Oh no, we're going to stay apolitical, and it's our job to, do our own ethics thing and all the rest of this bullshit." Fuck you.
I don't think they're ruling apolitical. No,
Their rulings
they're-
are not apolitical.
they're not apolitical, and they're not.
Nope, not
they're
at
not.
all.
What is
And Alabama knows it, okay?
Alabama
and that's
knows
why
it. That's
they're
why they're throwing
defying
this map
the
up in their
Supreme
face,
Court.
going, "What are you going to do?"
That's right. They're going to throw it back in their face and go back and try to go ahead and get rid of the rest of the Voting Right Act, which is Section
Which is,
2.
that's a central thing across the country. Republicans are trying to do. They're
Yep.
trying to attack voting rights across this country, in a variety of ways, because that's the key, and they know it. They know it. It's the vote. If we all get the vote, guess who wins? Not hard to figure out.
And if we listen up, if we had 60% voter participation in the United
We would
States of
win.
America, the Democrats would win every single election, maybe but for a handful.
Because when everybody votes, if they get out and vote, then Democrats win. Because there are
Yeah,
more
here's the problem.
liberal-minded people in this country. Doesn't mean everybody's liberal all the way to the left, but there are more, when you're talking from center, more to the left than there are to the right. And a lot of that has to do with the actions of the Republican Party in the last 8 years.
Their
12 years.
two major party planks are disruption of the United States government, state governments, and any other governments that they're able to disrupt, right?
Right.
And pushing forward an aggressive, theocratic, Christian, fascist platform around what are essentially fake, manufactured issues.
Yeah.
No other
Outrageous
country in
issues.
the world, Burma, has illegal abortion. Uganda has illegal abortion. Those countries are in the 19th century. I get that. All right?
We aren't.
We're the only country that has this issue with separating morality. And what Tommy Tuberville is doing, if he tried that in France, they'd go to his fucking house.
They would. They would storm the streets. And that's what this is about. This is not about religion. I mean,
Storming the
abortion.
streets
It's about
in
religion.
Israel right now for the authoritarian takeover of their effectively
I was going
Supreme
to ask you,
Court
Mitch, what do you
over
think
there.
about what's going on over there?
Well, you think I'm a foreign policy expert, or just because I
No.
happen to be? Okay.
No.
I'll tell you what's
No,
going
as a
on.
matter of
over
fact,
there,
the
Tom.
first one, yeah, I do.
You're not going to like it, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Go ahead.
Okay. Israel is the blueprint for
Yep.
what the Republicans want to do
There
in
you go.
America.
Yes. Yep.
It is an apartheid state, meaning that there are different rules for different people based on things that shouldn't
Yep.
matter. Okay?
No, I
Not
agree.
only are the Palestinians underrepresented for the population that they have in the state of Israel, they are disenfranchised, impoverished, ghettoized. There's a good word for you.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay? They throw rocks at the people who are imprisoning them, who answer with bulldozers and drones. And people will say to me, Mitch, you're a Jew. How can you say this? I'll tell you why. Because my religion would not tolerate this.
Thank you. Thank you, Mitch. Preach.
God
Preach.
would not tolerate this. Do you all hear me?
Yes,
God
yes,
would not.
and
No
applaud
matter
you for it.
what the Palestinians did in the past, no matter what any Palestinian ever did, it would not be tolerated.
Well,
That's all I gotta say.
everybody talks, and I agree. The only solution I see is a two-state solution, but I don't see Israel coughing up any property. As a matter of fact, Israel, as far as I can see, is always trying to grab more and more land.
Israel is the prototype state for what the right wing want America to be.
We can't do that.
Because I said that the other
For
day.
one, they
and
don't
I
have a
almost
constitution,
jumped
and we
on.
already do here.
They
No,
have
That's a
listen,
hurdle they got
we
to
are
jump
wa-
over.
If you look at Israel today, you're going to see what happens if Trump gets in fucking office here.
Fact.
You know,
So don't even
What
come,
happened
don't
here,
even come
no
at me
doubt.
with Cornell West. Don't come at me with RFK Jr. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear that shit. God bless Dr. Cornell West.
Yes,
God
but
bless
he should
that
run
man.
for a local office. He should do something. He should do something in the House of Representatives if he wants to be effective. If he wants to be effective,
and you know he would. The way
He's
that man can
making-
speak.
He is making an
Absolutely.
error of judgment. Yes, he's
I
making an error of
believe
judgment.
so. And I love me some Cornell West.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I enjoy listening to him.
But I do think
'Cause
that
he
it
can
is
put up
an
a hell of a good
error
argument.
for him to run and you know, fuck.
If I know Cornell, if I know
Kennedy,
Dr. West and the people,
who's simply using his name to get in the spotlight again. Fuck Robert F. Kennedy, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. And you know he's not going anywhere.
Hey,
Let me see. I
DeSantis
noticed there's some
that
hands
he-
up, so I'm going to expand
DeSantis
our.
just said that if he was elected president, he would put RFK Jr. in head of something like the National
No, I don't
uh,
want him in charge of
Center
anything.
or the CDC
No.
or something like that, where your health care will be under the decision of that conspiracy theorist. Y'all ready for that? They're telling us what they're going to do. We must stop them at all costs. Let's get out the vote, y'all.
That's
and
what
it
we have
starts
to
in
do.
Ohio on the 8th. Vote no
Yeah,
on
okay.
issue 1.
Indeed.
and I'm
Thank you, Mr.
sorry. I'm terribly sorry that things are the way they are, but they are the way they are. We
Yes, and
cannot
that's what we have to deal with.
afford. We cannot afford to be distracted. I don't give a shit if you like Biden, if you don't like Biden, if you like Kamala Harris, if you don't. I don't give a
Everything
shit.
in the news
You
just
have
about
to
nowadays
vote.
is a distraction.
You have to vote against MAGA fascism. Period. I hate to say it.
No.
It kills me.
Preach.
No,
Preach
you're preaching to the choir here. Yes, that's exactly what we need to do, because
Now,
whether you want to
here's
call
what
it
I-
fascism, authoritarianism, or just outright dictatorship,
I'm going
That's
to
where
ask
they're going.
everybody who is not settled on the matter of RFK Jr. that if you've only heard the stories in the social media surrounding him, and you have not heard the man talk,
oh Lord,
and I'm not talking about his speech problem. That's
No.
no,
off the
That
table.
ain't the
That's
problem.
not it.
It's the words that come out of his mouth.
Okay? Republicans think like that, not Mitch. And the man sounds like a fucking lunatic.
Sounds like a fucking idiot.
He sounds like
But he's
a
got name
lunatic.
recognition. That's what he's got, Mitch. And there are a
That's it.
certain
And that's
portion
what
of our
he's using.
population that's
And
going to go,
Cornell-
ooh, Kennedy.
And Dr.
Yeah.
West is doing the same exact thing. The
Yeah.
difference is Dr. West would make a fabulous
Yes.
president.
Well, because
Absolutely.
he makes
But
sense
not
with
right
his
now.
words.
Yeah,
But
I've
not
heard him.
now.
I've heard him
Let's
speak
go ahead and
already.
welcome, who's that, Johnny Fly?
Yeah.
How you doing, Johnny Fly?
Finally,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm able to get
Oh,
on.
I still haven't got my damn eyes
Yeah.
checked. I've just now noticed, and wait, I know there's Dave. Dave, are you in the room? Dave. Dave here.
It is
How
a
you doing,
day.
Johnny Fly?
Good. How are you?
Doing mostly okay.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. I'll probably mention in the blue more in detail about my situation. I'm doing fine.
Oh, Lord.
It's gonna
I'm
take a
going
few
blind.
weeks. What happened, John?
Oh,
What did you do, John?
let's get in here. Is Dave in here? Dave?
Is that Dave? Wait, he keeps changing.
Wait, you just muted.
David.
Oh, you're muted.
David.
I see that. Well, wait a minute.
Oh,
We also
yeah,
have
David.
somebody else in the room I can't read.
It's
Ed,
Ed Beatty.
John.
Ed. Ed, are you here?
Yes, John.
There you go. I got
Yes.
you.
Do you hear me?
Yes, they just changed the
Can you all
thing.
hear me loud and clear?
Yes, we can all hear you good and clear. Glad to have you in, Dave.
Well, it's been another
It-
hot day today.
Has
Right
it?
now, the sun's already setting, but it feels like 93. They say it's 87 degrees, but it feels like 93 with
Yeah,
the humidity.
that's that humidity. Yeah, that's that heat
But I have
index.
to agree with Mitch. If I could go back to Mitch's saying about Israel, it's just here's the thought. My thought is why not share the land? That's my thought.
Two-state solution.
Always been a good
No,
thought.
but
but
can't-
it
just
worked.
share the land.
You can't
literally.
keep treating Palestinians the way they are and expect them to
That's
just
taking class
say,
medicine.
okay. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
And if we were in the
and
same
John,
situation, neither would you.
Yeah.
it has to do too
There
with,
has to be something better.
you know,
And do
they're
I know what it
saying,
is?
well,
Not a chance, baby. I wish I did. I know, Gene. I
John,
need glasses. I'm
they,
working on
you
that.
know, what it is a territorial dispute. And the thing is, even if we were to have a two-state solution, how do you figure out the other stuff? Like, well, you know, the Palestinians say, this is the land we want, blah, blah, blah. They may use religious ideas to support it, but you're still going to have one thing or two things or how many, and they're still going to be bitching about it. You know what I'm saying? You have to have
I
somebody.
don't know where the answer lies in that
I've never
dispute.
known what to
I
do.
do
But
agree
here's the
with
thing.
Mitch that
Many
what,
of these Republicans who are pro-Israel are waiting for the Antichrist to come in.
that's
to
what I said the
help
other day,
bring
and I
peace.
know I
Yeah.
said it wrong. What I
But
said
it's not
was
going to happen.
that all the
there isn't
Christians
going
are
to be
waiting
any
for
Antichrist.
Jesus to come back, and all the Jews will be killed. Basically,
Yeah,
that's the way I
yeah,
look at it, because unless they accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, they're going to be burned and go to hell. All right? And as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch, the Jewish faith doesn't believe in Jesus. He didn't come. He wasn't here.
No.
You know, just
no.
never. That shit never happened. That's some shit somebody made up and wrote a book about.
Mhm.
And
yeah. I think a
so
lot of it,
where,
John,
you know, I know we had this the other day, but it does. It puzzles me. Uh,
well,
because
they
there's
have
such a,
different,
you know,
they have different theological things going on, John. You know, like your Christian nationalists. No, they don't want to see the. I can tell you this because I watch the programs once in a while to keep up to date with what they're saying. No, they don't want to see the Jews killed, but they're viewing it as a sign of the coming of Jesus. And like when you see this happen, and you see that happen, you know, then you know the end is near. But
eh,
I think the way they view things is they all Israel will be saved according to
yeah, I don't think so.
Apostle Paul.
The way I'm looking around this
Well, that's
world
what
right
that-
now, we're going to kill
But
it before
what is-
Jesus ever
I
gets
wonder what
back.
Pat Robinson thought about it.
Pat
Now
Robinson?
that
Oh,
Pat
he had
Robinson's
the
dead.
answer.
It's just he
Ah.
thought. What was his prophecy about it? I mean, I know he's just saying send your money and everything.
I could
Well,
I
no,
could
he-
play a
he-
thing and let you know exactly what Pat Robertson thinks, but if I do, I might get a copyright strike, so I can't do that again. But I have a comedy thing about Pat Robinson and his gay weather radar, and it's quite funny, but I can't play it.
John,
Yes, dear.
I'm just gonna pop in real quick. The views and opinions expressed on the Blue Dot Live
Please.
are strictly those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect those of the Blue Dot family in its entirety.
Oh no,
I'm not getting
continue.
to the whole thing.
No, I want the disclaimer. I want the because one, I came in late and I told Travis I know he hadn't gotten to it yet, but I want to separate because when I hit the warning, the first, you know, what you were just saying,
Mm-hmm.
I want that separate from the side effects. I want the side effects separate button. And I do have two separate buttons, but when I hit the first button for the warning, it plays both of them. But I can't hear
Oh,
it. That's,
he's down
y'all
the
told me
chat.
that the other day after the show. It plays both, and I did not know that because I cannot hear it. So please, by all means, what are the side effects?
Well,
Miss
what
your
are the
chick?
side effects? I
The
was
side
just
effects. If you
going
watch
for
a
the,
show too much, you know, things might happen.
you
you
know,
know.
learning truths about things you thought you already knew.
That could
and
happen.
Wanting to wear all manner of T-shirts to express yourself.
That's true. It's a habit.
Throwing
Yeah.
caution to the wind and confronting Karens and all manner of assholiness
Don't
when
care
you see
you.
it.
Yeah. Hey, call them out where they are. Look at there.
Developing more empathy and wokeness than any one person can contain.
That's it.
Meeting
well.
other
Am I
people
correct?
all over the globe.
Am I correct in stating that Ron DeSantis created this woke ideology?
No.
Oh no, he didn't invent woke.
No. He didn't invent nothing.
No.
That man
Who
doesn't
did?
have that kind of intelligence in him.
He's suffering
Who
from a.
did? Because this is
No, but you are correct in thinking that Ron DeSantis usurped the word woke and
Yes.
changed it, and so that little motherfucker can have it because we're moving on from
I
that.
don't think Ron's having such a good
Right.
time right now. I don't think he's
no, I don't
good.
either.
he's doing well
Good.
in the polls. Seems to me his numbers seems to be going down all the time.
And I think he lost a
That's
few
what-
employees
Yeah,
too.
had to get rid of a few. I heard.
Well,
Cut down on the budget. Maybe not going to take a private jet every time he walks out the door.
I hope,
apparently the
I hope-
budget squeaked down a bit too.
Oh, Ron thought he was
Well, I
swinging on the
hope-
moon, baby.
Well, I hope he loses everything and he has to drop out. I'll laugh my ass
He,
off.
I would be tickled to death if he does, and right now it appears that way, because he's bad. He's got a bad image. He runs his mouth about a bunch of bullshit, cultural issues that don't mean crap to anybody, except him, and he wants to yell about it, woke or books or don't say gay or whatever culture issue that you want to throw out there. That's wrong.
He's
But-
trying to do a Donnie, but he's not doing
he's
it
just
well.
not doing it.
not-
He's trying to
nobody
live
can
the
do it
life
like
too.
that.
Everywhere
I
he
thought
goes,
he-
he takes a private airplane. That costs money,
Well, I
baby.
thought he was supposed to be more intelligent than Donnie Boy. Doesn't look like it.
It's debatable.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I'm with Gene Shanky.
He might be. I mean, he went to one of them Ivy League schools.
Oh,
However,
is that what it is?
he has the charisma of a turnip.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be
And don't get
doing
me
well.
wrong. I like turnips, okay?
I just don't. He's
I
not
don't
doing
think
it.
you
You know,
want that
he's
one.
falling on his
Do
ass. And who's moving up? I don't see anybody moving up. Nobody making a hit out there. The only one they talk about is Donnie. He's got 46% of the vote. Yeah, 46% of
Yeah.
what?
And just wait, John. When he gets one or two more indictments, his numbers will go up because
Yes, because they
he-
love that.
it is-
Evidently.
Yeah.
absolutely for that shit.
If you're trying to destroy America, well, Donnie's your boy.
He absolutely. And why would you pick anybody
Why
else?
would you pick
at that
anybody
point?
if you want to pick somebody who wants to be a dictator for life? Then that's your guy. Because I don't see any other
No.
thing. I
If
keep
you
looking
would-
at this election in 24, and depending on how everything plays out between now and then, and again we're going to see more indictments. Probably might be tomorrow because that's the grand jury meets again tomorrow supposedly. And so we could get some more indictments tomorrow. We still have the case out of Georgia that we're waiting on. It's going to be in August. So all these variables are still there.
Well, John, if they would have told me this years ago, remember the 60s, 70s and stuff, going to school, and the government, we know what the government, is, what it stands for and all. If you would have told me that our government would have turned this way, I would have said there's something wrong somewhere.
It's our own path through life that none of us started off with all the answers. By now, most of us, not all of us, some of y'all are still pretty young, I heard. But if you're up there in your late 60s, 70s, yeah, you got a lot of history to look back on. You've seen your mistakes. You've seen where you wavered. You see, when you compare
By
your
the way,
life
you guys-
in retrospect in history. I always pointed to Taipei, Taiwan. I did not know where the fuck I was in that moment in history. All I knew is, hey, I'm in Taipei, Taiwan. Oh, look, machine guns and barbed wire all over the place. Let's go get a beer. It was that. And then it's not all until you look back at your life and you go, hey, wait a minute, you read the story about, hey, this move into Taipei and what it meant. Yeah, so wait a minute. I was drunk then. I got drunk there. Yeah, it's your life that you learn through, and most of us are lucky enough to live this long, and I think you have a tendency to turn a little more compassionate towards your fellow man, You've seen what history can do to, you know, we've seen the
But
bad,
I
how
I
bad it
wonder,
can get.
John, though. I wonder, John, though, if you know the other people are seeing what's going on. You know,
Well,
I
we're
really,
always going to have a certain amount of people that are just plumb assholes, and
yeah.
that falls into the categories of racist, misogynist, or there's a whole list of ists, of jackasses that want to hold grudges, and not look at the world through
We
the
have no
eyes.
control of that.
Yeah, no,
That is out
we
of
don't.
our hand.
Uh, I look at now, I used to not look at the Republican Party the way I look at it now, because it used to not be this way. But then again, you look back, and I look back to Reagan, and I go, well, okay, since Reagan, things changed. Uh, I've seen the Republican Party, it's about nothing but money and waving the flag. Power and money, and that's it, baby. It's not
They
about
want
your
people to
freedoms.
think
It's,
they're
yes, they
It's
are the
not
most
even waving the
patriotic
flag.
fuckers you ever
They,
saw in your
they,
life.
they don't even wave the flag. They molest the
They
flag.
molest it. They rub their peckers on it. They make bikinis. It doesn't matter because it's a
Don't
product.
get me
They sell
started
it.
on Trump hugging and
Freaking
kissing that flag.
I always tell him
That's
he's
just
not hugging the
disgusting.
flag. He's
It was
rubbing his pecker
disgusting.
on it. What little
No,
bit he's
Okay,
got.
you
It's
guys,
disgusting. It was just
you guys,
wretch.
But that's
please,
that
He's not.
sells.
He doesn't
That
love this
sells.
country. He wants to. He wants to
And
make
they ate
his
that up.
fan base
They
is
ate
as
it
you
up.
guys,
as a cult.
I need to make an apology.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Apparently, I have offended a few turnips out there,
Oh,
and I want to say that if I have offended any turnip out there, I am truly sorry. I
I
never
never
meant
had
to.
turnips. Only
I
turnip
never
greens.
meant to offend any turnips out there, so
huh,
I apologize.
I will never look at turnips the same way,
It's
Bernadette.
fine, Bernadette. I never
I'm gonna
had a
go
turnip in
apologize to
my
my
life.
turnip.
I only had
Well,
turnip greens,
I,
which
I
which
just
was nice.
turnip greens. I love turnip greens. I love turnips. Don't get me wrong. I never meant to offend any turnips out there. Okay,
I never
but
had one. Not even a rutabaga.
How do you feel about
oh, you never
broccoli?
had
I like
rutabagas?
rutabaga.
What is wrong with you? Oh my goodness,
I don't
child.
know. I don't
You're
know.
missing out on the root vegetables out there. Okay,
Yeah.
there's some really good ones out there.
You ever have red beets,
Does it come in a
Bernadette?
can?
No rutabagas. You better not give me no canned rutabagas. Well, I'll smack you with the can.
I don't
Okay.
know if they
And,
can.
and Johnny, to answer your question, I am offended by beets, and no, I do not like them. Okay, and you're not at this
Oh, you
point
don't
in my
like
life.
beets?
You're not
Oh,
gonna
I
make
see
me
how
like
this
them.
is. Now we're
Okay.
playing selective. Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
see, my mom
They're
used
a
to
little
always
darker
say
than the rest of the root vegetables.
Ask me
if you know
about
what I
beets. Go
mean.
ahead.
Okay. What about beets,
They
John?
suck.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not only that,
to be
if
honest
you
with
put them
you,
on their
Yeah,
plate,
you
they'll
never
turn
had
your
pickled
mashed
beets?
potatoes red. I don't like red mashed potatoes.
yeah.
They're supposed to be white over
Yay.
there. Just keep away. The juice.
Oh, you
No,
don't like
my
your
mother
colors
used to put those
then.
disgusting
No,
things on our plate and say, "Eat them." Are you shitting
I
me?
didn't mind that. I
I
didn't
like
mind
beets.
the taste of it, John. But my mom used to do, and I know what you mean about your mashed potatoes turning,
Yeah.
was it
Yeah, to
purple
put
or?
beets on the plate right next to
I
the
didn't
mashed
like
potatoes right
that.
there. There you go. Done screwed
Hey,
up all the
I
mashed
want
potatoes.
I want to make sure there's like beef gravy or chicken gravy in that mashed potatoes, not
Yeah.
that other shit.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're all going to get a B&B. We're going to get together. Now, usually we have at least 3, maybe 4 nights together. So we need to plan out what meals we're going to have. That's all we have to do.
Apparently not beets.
Not beets. All right, Cassie Hicks. And no pickled beets either.
That's
Beets,
all
I don't
right.
care how you pick them.
And no fried
I-
okra. No, no
Wait a
fried
minute.
Oh,
okra.
Wait a
no,
minute.
no.
Well, how?
Wait a minute.
Wait, no, Miss Chick, you cannot ban okra,
No,
okay?
okay.
I'm
You
not
can't
gonna let
What's
you,
wrong
not
with
letting
fried
you,
okra?
nope,
I like
not
it.
let you,
Breaded
not
okra is
letting you
nice.
ban
See where else are
okra,
you going to
okay?
find a group of people not only
Now,
discuss
breaded okra,
politics,
I can.
but
It's
vegetables.
lovely.
Everything's on the
There,
table here.
there is this thing that if you just don't like it, don't do it.
Yeah, don't eat it.
Republicans,
I don't want
I
you
will
saying that.
reiterate,
like it, don't do
the
Why-
it.
why
views and
would I hear
opinions
you?
expressed here on the Blue Dot Live show are strictly those of the person who gave them.
You know what? Another
You
thing
got
that
that,
kills
didn't
me
you,
is
Miss Chick?
the Republicans hate the gay people and all like that. I always say, well, if you don't like it, don't do it. Makes me wonder how
Exactly.
many Yeah, how many are really red in the Republican Party?
And you know what? Newsflash:
What?
DeSantis is still a fascist.
Ah, there you go.
That sounds
There
like
you
a
go.
wealth of knowledge. Where'd you get that information from?
From my own head.
From
Okay.
It doesn't
I
Hey,
take.
thought
she's
so.
smart. She's
It is
smart.
strictly my opinion.
I am. I'm rather
I
enjoying his little
understand.
ride down the slope. You know, I am, because he's such a jackass. Everything that he
He's
tries
a
to do
jackass.
He is.
is
And now
nothing
that's
but a
offensive
ploy.
to jackasses,
You
okay?
know, it's all theater for him. And every issue he's fighting is a social issue. It's some bullshit.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, John, um, we may be jackasses, but remember something.
What?
We have a powerful kick.
We do have a powerful kick, baby. We do have our powerful kick, and it does. It comes
Especially
through. It
when
comes
we
through
get together.
when we
When
get
we get
together
together,
and talk, or when we get together to donate. And this time it's Ty Pickens. Ty Pickens out of Mississippi, and I'm telling you what, this guy's the real deal. I'm really rooting for him. You know, I told y'all before that a lot of times I get busy and maybe don't go to look at the Two for Blue candidate as much as I should and get the bio and everything down in my head before I put him up. This guy, oh man, he stands out like a bronze star, baby. Because that's what he
Yeah.
earned.
You
21
also
years in
got
the Army,
Brandon
baby.
Presley too, John.
Huh?
You also got Brandon Presley, who's running for governor of Mississippi.
We need to work,
Governor.
baby. We need to work.
But
So
it's still,
this-
but the thing is this, John.
Huh.
It's just, I mean, it's just I don't know what's going to be the irony because he's going to see flags that says "Let's go, Brandon," which is the code word for F Joe Biden.
Really?
But
I did not know that.
it's going to be great irony, probably, that they're
I
already
see him
telling.
every time I leave my driveway, buddy. I see him every time I
but,
enter
but
my
that's
driveway.
okay. That's okay because he can use it to his advantage. Since his name is Brandon.
That's true.
So true.
That's
Okay.
true. That's true.
But I think it's time. I think it's time for Mississippi to turn blue for a long time.
Oh,
For a lot of
absolutely.
places.
Oh yeah.
A lot of places, including Texas. And Texas, I'm
Including.
telling you, baby, we're getting close. We really are. And we've come close the last two elections. And this time, really, Ted Cruz? I don't think so, baby. Ted's taken a long
Nah.
bad rap since the last time we had an election, which was 6 years ago when he ran. And I wish Beto O'Rourke would have beat his ass then, but he came close but didn't get it. But that's 6 years of Ted Cruz history that we could point to and go, look at that jackass. And damn near all the Republicans are going, yeah, he's a jackass.
Don't forget, all in Colred over in Texas is two for blue him or
Thank
two
you.
for blue in him. And he's the one that's running against
I-
Ted Cruz. Extremely smart young gentleman
I
right
don't-
there that would benefit Texas tremendously.
Yeah.
Bigly.
And we need Alyssa
Bigly.
Stockton
Bigly.
in Michigan. We need her too.
We have races all around this country that we need to
Yep.
participate in, especially like I've always said, if you live in a blue area. If you're solid blue, you got Democrat governor or senators, or you're sitting good as far as that, but you still have races to contend to. Think about these red states that are trying to turn blue, because
Yep.
we're putting up everything down here. Everything in Texas, everything in Mississippi, Alabama, they're all fighting. Look what happened in Georgia, baby. Talk about deep south, baby, and we did it in Georgia.
And what could you spend $2 on? A bottle of water, a candy bar. It's a half a cup of coffee. Come on,
Oh,
it's nothing. It's nothing. So these people need our money because they have enormous amounts of money
Indeed.
on their side.
They
That
do.
people are giving billions of dollars to these Republicans to keep our votes
Because
from
they're trying
happening.
to buy them.
Exactly,
they're for
because
sale,
they
baby.
lobby them day in
Yes.
and day out.
That's
Our
who's for
Supreme
sale in this
Court
country.
is up for sale.
And
Our senators and our congresspeople are up
Yeah.
for sale.
it's only until the private donations, no matter what size, it's when that number starts increasing to a degree that it doesn't matter how many millions or billions millions. Let's don't get into billions. That other donor gives. If he doesn't get the vote, the guy's wasted his money, right? If the rich guy puts his all the money behind candidate A, but all the people like candidate B, well, you're dumping your money away because candidate A isn't going to be in the office. It's the people that determine the outcome of elections. That's what we always have to remember. And like Mitch said a little while ago, it's when we get out and vote, we win.
Yeah.
But
Don't let them stop you. You start checking on your voter registration now.
Because there are states around the country that have tried to move voter registration rules and stuff now. So you need to pay attention if you're in one of those states.
Yeah, they're being squirrely about it too.
Yes.
Look at Ohio's being squirrely.
Yeah, squirrel. Michael Johnson came in the room. Squirrel came in with $2 and said, "Okay, I'll start pricing B&Bs here. Fuck Abbott and fuck DeSantis." I knew Michael was going to, KY, I knew you was going to do that because KY's rooting for Kansas City. Next meetup, because it's central to the United States, it would be an equal distance for all of us to get there. Of course, it's going to be a lot longer for me because I got to drive all the way up, get Bernadette, and then drive all the way back to Kansas City. But, I don't see any other way of getting her ass there. So.
That's right.
You're like Mama. She ain't getting on no airplane.
I fly. I ain't got no problem flying. See, because if I go out in the airplane, I'm going someplace I wanted to go, or I'm coming back from someplace I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
Well, there you go.
You know.
I just know KY's he's pushing Kansas City. He wants us to come up to Kansas City. Yeah, we've had 3 Blue Dot family meetings in San Antonio.
In the middle of that desert?
So, yeah, as long as we're not going to the desert, Jay.
You're right.
What are you doing out in the desert, Jay? It's hot,
and
buddy.
It definitely has to be in the springtime before it gets way too hot. I don't do the heat well.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking for see what Mitch does if they decide to come down and spend a long weekend down here. Him and Julie, I definitely want to hook up with them. I've never met Julie. I've met Mitch. Mitch is a kick in the butt. He's a very intelligent man.
Yes, he is.
He is, and he's even better in person. I mean, he knows his shit about a lot of stuff, and I like that. I like to consider myself pretty well educated, or as much as I can myself, because I did not go through college, but I hold my own, and but I always like to learn from people, no matter who I met. Look what I learned from Johnny Fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look what I learned from you, buddy.
He got quiet.
He got quiet.
John, there's a couple of hands up down there.
Is there?
Yeah, we can try Dave again. I don't know if he got booted out or.
I don't know what happened today. Let's get Dave
He's got the Universal Michigan sign after his name. So.
And I see another one. Oh, is that DJ?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. See, they changed the damn names of people under their little tag logo. Because like under Michichick, it used to say Michichick or Michi, can't remember what it said. But now it just has M. Just an M. Yeah, that's all I see is M. I know it's you because your symbol.
Okay.
But Bernadette has her full name there. And look
because Bernadette went in and she followed the instructions on Discord, and it didn't change my name.
Well, there you go. Smart.
Yeah, I had to change mine, but I changed it back because I didn't like what Discord wanted me to do.
I didn't do mine. I can blame mine on Travis. So.
Hey, can I put some positive news out, John?
Well, let me get this positive news out, and then I'll let you go. Lady Freedom Rocks, and indeed she does, came in with a $2 donation and said, "Good night, John and Travis." Baby, good night to you. Have a wonderful evening, and I want to thank you for coming in here and visiting. I appreciate it. You have a good night, baby, if you got to go. Just have a good one, baby.
Hello, John?
I recognize that voice.
It's Dave.
Dave.
Shit. Finally.
There you are.
Dave C. Sorry about earlier. I'm learning the app just now.
Oh, is that right?
Okay.
Now, is this the first time you've been
Yes,
on the air
sir.
with us, Dave?
Yes.
I did not recognize the voice. I try to recognize voices and stuff. Well, welcome to the family, brother.
Yeah, love you, John, man. I love everything you do. You're an awesome guy.
You left out handsome.
Nah.
Eh?
Welcome
Come on,
to the
buddy.
show,
Give me handsome.
Dave.
I gotta get him
Dave,
through.
if you
Well,
see
brother,
his
I
legs,
appreciate you
wouldn't
saying that.
say it.
It's not me,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
It's his whole
I
family.
appreciate you.
Well, thank you.
I
I
appreciate you guys.
it's a
Um,
family thing that we've
here
got
in-
going on here. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm not trying to talk over you or nothing.
No, you're doing
Um,
fine.
Up here in northern Michigan, I am so happy after 40 years we actually got a whole Democratic state.
Outstanding.
Gretchen Whitmer
We-
is just like free lunches, K through 12, free schooling. You know, they're pushing so much here, and I
Outstanding.
don't understand. You know, I'm happy to be in Michigan. It might be cold up here, but
Might.
I'm happy to be
Wait
here.
a minute. Might.
Right on.
Now, look, Dave, we do have to establish some basic family rules here since this is your first time in the room. Okay? During the hot summer months, you can leave the door open. There'll become a certain time, you know, when it starts getting cold up there, we're going to ask you to close the fucking door. Okay?
That's right.
Because it starts getting cold down here, and John don't like that shit.
Well, that's how we thin the
Come on
crowd,
now.
John. That's how we thin the crowd. We keep
Oh,
it cold.
oh.
We thin the crowd.
Dave, we have
I'll
we have
remember to send
a
you some
lot of
snow
blue
this-
dots. I want to visit up there so bad. It was on one of the places I wanted to go because I grew up in New Orleans, around New Orleans area a lot, and you know, mouth of Mississippi. I wanted always to go to where they had, you know, and that's up in Wisconsin and Minnesota and all that up in there, Michigan. Those are the great northern woods. That's what I wanted to go
Yes,
see.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the
We're at
fall,
the UP, Dave,
there's
we're at
the
the
road
UP
called,
area.
tunnel of trees.
Oh, really? See, that would just, I'd eat that up. You know what we call a tree down here, Dave? Well, we call it a mesquite. It don't
What?
get too tall. Pretty squatty little thing. It's got thorns all over it. Best thing,
They look like
barbecuing.
shrubs.
Oh, you can barbecue the shit out of mesquite. Love barbecue mesquite. Other than that, no.
Uh,
It's
I
Dave, where are you from in
I'm
the
sorry
UP?
about the temperatures down there.
yeah. I'm telling you right now, Dave, it's brutal. You know, outside. You know,
Oh yeah.
you go outside to do a little work, and it's not just a few minutes, and you're covered with sweat.
What was your temperature like down there?
I'm
Dave?
71 right now.
Wait, what's that, Dave?
The temperature here right now is 71 degrees.
Hey, Dave,
Yeah.
kiss my ass.
I don't think it's quite that at my house, but yeah.
Hey, John,
I wish it
don't
was safer.
worry. By Monday, I believe it's going to be 82 up here.
Kiss my ass, Johnny.
I got, yeah.
Right now,
Well,
I would
yeah.
just,
Like,
I'd give anything for those temperatures right now. You know,
Same
right in the
here.
evening, we
Yeah.
still have a feel like temperature of about 85 in the evening. You know, we get down, we're barely breaking maybe
Humid down here,
79, but
John.
it still feels
Always
like
cool.
about 83, 84 degrees outside. So there's
Wow.
no relief.
Well,
to
I
this
commend
shit.
you, sir.
Well, yesterday it was 100 degrees in Missouri, and when we went out last night to go outside, it was still hot as hell at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. But we have it's this heat dome they have over a big portion of the United States, and evidently it's going to move up until a little bit more up into New England area.
Yeah.
They've been getting rain on epic levels
Yeah.
up there. So
yeah, we've had some rain here too, but it's like, I think it's going to be Thursday night or Friday morning or whatever. We're supposed to get a cold front come through, and that's when it's going to go down to 82, 83. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
just fine.
Down to? Because that would be up
Y'all
to
just
here.
saying this just to make me feel
Well,
better.
I looked at my
I see
house
how y'all.
in Michigan, and it was 74, 75 at my house in Michigan. It was nice.
You want to know somebody
Yeah,
who wants to
that's
talk about
right.
who loves me? It ain't y'all. It's Diana
Diana.
Mallory, bequeather of the gong and secret squirrels. Darling, we missed you around here. came in with a $5 donation and said, "Hey y'all, I am still out here. Internet sucks here. Vote on no on in Ohio, August 8th. Vote no." And I think that's on issue 1, Amendment 1. Diana Mallory,
I miss
bequeather
Tim
of the
Ryan.
gong
He
and secret
represented
squirrels,
Ohio.
baby. We
Yeah, I
miss you.
miss her.
John?
Diana, don't be a stranger.
Yes.
I mean, I miss Tim Ryan. He was one of the best speakers, and he really got on the Republicans. But now we have J.D. Vance, which god awful. I mean, I can't stand trumpeters and the members of the Gestapo and everything. It's just
It's sad what our politics has evolved into, isn't it?
Well, you know, with
you
all that,
sometimes. Sorry, John
with
Fly.
all, okay, but you know, with all that Trump did and everything and tried to overturn the elections, you would think that people would like wake the hell up now. Don't vote the asshole back in. Really.
Well, that's why we're here,
Yeah,
Johnny.
you're right, Johnny.
To
You're
spread that word,
Detached
baby.
from realities, many of them.
You know,
And speaking
They
of which,
are.
John, have you heard about this singer who was talking about this hometown and everything?
Yeah.
John Alman. Honestly,
Jason Aldean.
Jason Aldean.
Jason Aldean tried that in a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to think he
Because
gets
they-
away with
I
it.
mean, come on. He says he's claiming he didn't know anything about the building. Oh, kiss my
Yeah,
ass.
he's
Come
full
on,
of it.
Jason. Don't be pulling this I'm stupid shit.
Bullshit.
He's also getting his
He
ass
wasn't from a
fighting on stage in
small town
Vegas
either.
shootings.
Yeah, that's not going over too well,
Bullshit.
but it's getting to be real popular amongst a certain group of people. You want to guess who?
Exactly.
Yeah,
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 Whatever.
Just sad.
because that's
It is.
exactly what they think.
Hey, John.
That's what they live.
I'm just curious about, with everything warming up right now, and you see like Georgia's Georgia's out of peaches, California,
Yeah.
farmland is flooded. I mean, all these things. How's that going to affect, prices of at least fresh vegetables and stuff?
You know, today I heard a discussion on TV about the tipping point. We've all heard about the tipping point for years.
Yes.
We all grew up learning about, don't get near that tipping point. Well, guess what? Some scientists think we're already there, that we've hit that
Once-
point that we're not going to be able to turn around.
We're miles past it, John.
You know, in things like right now,
Absolutely.
you know, you get that argument. Don't confuse weather with climate, but you know, no, this is getting a little drastic here, and
Oh,
my
yeah.
fear is we haven't
A little?
seen, yeah, a little. You know, right now the water's out in the Gulf around they're over 100 degrees. Water.
The
Yeah.
ground
Baby.
in Arizona is
Water,
giving
that
people
scares the shit out of
third-degree
me.
burn.
The hotter that Caribbean gets, the bigger the storm, baby.
What does that do to the fish?
It kills them off. It bleaches the
Right.
coral.
Oh,
The fish have to
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
deeper water where it's
It kills
cooler.
off certain species
It's
because they can't live in
Yes,
that.
they can't live in
I
it.
mean,
you
they
know,
gotta, yeah.
This
Yeah.
past spring, I may have
This
mentioned this once
thing's gonna
before,
take a
but it's
turn.
true. Well, this past spring, you know, it looks we had a mild winter and things were looking good. The buds were starting to open up, and I think it was sometime in May, maybe mid-May. And next thing you know, we have a freeze warning.
Yeah.
So this one company, which is up the road from me, I'm about maybe an hour from Wilkes-Barre, PA. And here, they did the best they could, but they lost. The freeze hit their, I think it was peach trees or something, and here they lost the whole crop. They just
I-
said, "We're not doing anything this year. We're going to wait till next year."
Boy, howdy. Hey, let me get this
Yeah.
in here.
My peach tree.
Well, you know, that story about the vegetables and it's down in Florida. Nobody getting the peaches out down there. A lot of that has not only to do with the weather,
Yeah.
but the immigration issue. That
Yeah,
they have
it's
just
all
It was a Sanchez policy.
Yeah.
Hey,
they're making it a very unfriendly place for migrants. And guess who's picking the vegetables, baby? Because it ain't your ass out there picking them. It's migrants. That's who picks our vegetables, our food.
John,
Yes.
I just want to tell you all these apples were $1 a piece, and I want to say
Yeah.
something about Florida too,
What?
since you brought it up. there is a movement, Democrats in Florida called Take Back Florida, and they're traveling around Florida, having, I guess, rallies and everything to inspire Democrats to get out and vote and take
I
back
hope.
Florida. And I put it in the main discussion. I don't know if I did a good job. You may not be able to read it,
I
but
can't
there's
see
the
that.
links there to donate to Take Back Florida.
Well, we
that's a
need to.
good thing you did that. Yeah.
We need to support trying to support Democrats down in Florida, in Mississippi, Alabama, Texas. These are the places that we have to work hard. You look at Florida, and every one of us goes, huh, Florida, fuck, it's lost. No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's
No, it's
still
not.
doable, but that's going to be a hard row. That's going to be a hard row, baby. It's going to be
Yeah,
difficult.
and
Let me think.
but if you donate to them, maybe we can help.
You bet. Let me send out another thank you to Diana Mallory, who came back with another $5 and said, "Could somebody?" Yeah, wait, Diana. We have David in the room here. Could somebody get a message to Keith in Minnesota? We could really handle him leaving his door open the next few days, please. Dave, feel free to leave your door open, buddy. Yes, as a matter of fact, you can turn on the fan and kind of point it this way.
And he said he had the door wide open.
Wide open. Yeah, turn on the fan and point it south, baby. You know, it's brutal. But not, you know, what I have been noticing, that heat dome, if y'all have watched the news.
It's over the East Coast now. It's headed to the East Coast in the
Yeah,
next
no,
couple of days.
it's still over me, part of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
big that it's that area.
They're
We're
expecting
supposed to get,
thunderstorms as it moves east.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I said before. We're supposed to get at least 3 days of 90-some degree weather, which
Yeah, that it's moving up north.
it makes it, yeah, it makes it officially a heat wave.
It does
Well,
not bode
It's
well.
also going to change the jet stream for the winter.
Yeah, what does that mean for the winter?
Friday,
And what
it's
kind
supposed
of
to be
winter are we going to
100
see?
here.
We
supposed
don't
I would-
know.
We're
I
going to
wouldn't
see.
be, well, I wouldn't be surprised if we have another mild winter. Surprise me at all.
Well, you guys,
I think so,
here's
too.
the problem. Here's the problem. We're seeing what we're seeing in the United States, but
Look around
we
the
have
world.
to
Yeah.
stop thinking that this is just happening here. This is happening all in the northern hemisphere right now.
Yes, it
The
is.
temperatures
Around the
are on
world.
fire around the world.
Indeed.
We're looking at a global collapse of agriculture.
That's what they're talking about. We
around the
may have
world.
already reached
Around the world.
that point.
We're in the
Yes.
Anthropocene era.
They're talking
The
about the
Anthropocene era,
AMOC
One at a time.
possibly shutting down as early as 2025, which is the waters that keep this planet cool, because they are just too hot off the coast of Europe right now, just like they're too hot down in Florida.
Well,
And
here's
that's
another
the
news flash for
water.
everybody.
Is going up into the Arctic and melting the ice even faster than what they thought. Which
It's
is
melting
also
the ice
melting
faster, which
the,
is
the permafrost, which is releasing more methane gas, which is creating this feedback loop, which is speeding up the whole climate change.
Bernadette, you're absolutely right. It's a feedback loop, and the ice
It's a
in the Arctic,
feedback loop.
the less ice there is, the faster it melts. It's
Yes.
I just saw a
Not
story.
only
faster it melts.
I just saw a story.
just-
Actually,
And once the AMOC shut down,
I don't
you have to forget about life on this
even
planet.
freeze this year.
All right,
Okay, one at a time.
One at a time here. We tried to talk over each other. I did see a
Sorry.
That's all right. It happens here all day, Dave. Don't worry about it. Some of us are on delays, so you don't really hear when somebody else is in there. Anyway, I just saw a story, a headline that was talking about the conveyor shutting down
Yes.
because of the ice melt up north. The conveyor that runs warm water through the Gulf of Mexico and all the way back up to the Arctic, to where it sends back cool water, and that's the way our system is developed. But if that fails, then you're looking at temperatures.
John?
Yes, dear.
They're talking about that failing as early as 2025.
Yes, within the next few years, that
And-
that whole
Yeah.
system could shut down, and if it does, the ecological damage that it will do is going to be astronomical.
Species dying.
Yes, whole species
John,
dying.
And the thing
John,
about it,
not-
John, is that the Earth. I'm sorry, John Fly.
I just wanted to say, if I
Go
can,
ahead, John.
I just want to say, not to mention if Vladimir Putin does something stupid like destroy reaction core or wherever that's
A
from.
nuclear
Oh, the
plant.
nuclear
Yeah.
plant in,
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Zaporizhia.
that won't help.
That's a whole other
No.
scenario there, and
Yeah. But
that's a
they're saying that
possibility.
it could get hot enough that human beings could not survive unless we go underground. And here's the thing. You may think there's lots of water in the world because the world is so full of oceans and everything, but you know what? The amount of water is decreasing because of human beings taking it in and using it, and it's not putting it back
The,
into the system.
the only way around that
I'm happy.
is you're going to see more desalination. They're talking about putting
I-
a
I
read
desalination
where-
plant here in Corpus Christi because
I read an article today, John, which was really disturbing. The scientists are noticing that off the coast of South America, one of the volcanic islands down there is actually incorporating plastic into the volcanic rock, and that this plastic rock is creating a new geological form on our planet.
so we're
which is
inventing new
rocks
ways of killing ourselves.
are embedded with
Anthropocene. This is the
plastic because of the
Anthropocene.
plastic in the ocean. That's frightening.
It
That's
is.
frightening.
It's
Yes,
been formally dubbed
everybody has seen
Anthropocene.
the reports of the trash pile out in the middle of the Pacific out there.
Yes.
It's just a big
Absolutely.
swirling mass. It's huge, and it's where all the plastic and the waste in the world in the Pacific Ocean through the currents get pushed into this one little area. And holy shit! You know,
Isn't
it's terrible.
that
And so, and so
Yes, the South Pole
here's
is
another
breaking
thing
big
to,
old chunks pieces off. Go ahead.
here's another thing to think about. Walmart, the biggest store on the fucking planet, okay? I
Alright.
call it the Great American Super Chinese Store, is taking is
That's right.
you guys
taking
have
their
a good night. Thank you.
food packages that are wrapped in cardboard right now and switching them over to plastic because plastic is lighter, which is a step totally in the wrong direction. Okay, now you're creating more single-use one-time use plastic
Right.
items
That
to
are just
what?
going to end up in
Be thrown
Bernadette?
away and end up in the ocean.
Yeah.
This
Bernadette,
is
have
fucking
you seen
ridiculous.
that video about going to the supermarket and we buy our meat wrapped in plastic, our vegetables wrapped in plastic, and then when
Everything's
we get to the
wrapped in
everything is in
checkout,
plastic.
we get to the checkout, we're encouraged to recycle. How the hell is it going to help to recycle when every damn thing we buy at the grocery store is
And
wrapped in plastic?
and it's
See
a
a trend.
known fact that the whole recycling program, which was put on by the manufacturers of plastic, is a failed program across
Doesn't
the
work. You're right.
world.
Absolutely. Recycling will never
failed
catch up
Yeah.
with the plastic.
Program.
A lot of companies they use it as an advertisement, but they don't put a whole
Mhm.
lot of money into it.
Well,
You
they
know,
say you're
it
not supposed to
barely
burn plastic because it puts bad
Yeah,
things
it
in the
puts
air.
bad shit
But
up
I'd
in the air.
rather burn
Jesus.
plastic than see it get in the ocean.
You know,
John,
to breathe the toxics fumes that come off of burning plastic is no. Please don't burn plastic. Whatever you do, please don't burn plastic.
John,
Yes, dear.
credits.
They're running.
They are? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
Ain't
John,
you
one
proud of
last
me?
thing.
Huh?
I am proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, it's
One last thing, John.
What's that,
Personally,
DJ?
think that the manufacturers of these products that are put out in plastic need to take that shit back, and they need to be forced to recycle that shit.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's us that
Instead
has to
of putting
change,
it
really.
on the end user.
We want things that are easy. You know, plastic. Yes, wrap my stuff up in plastic. Give me, and I want to take it home. I don't want nothing touching it. Get it out of there. You know, we are the consumers. We are the one that use it, that
Yeah.
demand it. You know, and so many things. We need to figure out a better way of doing everything, from producing electricity to what we wrap our food in. Everything is on the line. How
That's
we
right.
run vehicles, the whole thing, because it all leads into the one thing that we inevitable
Cars
is
are all plastic now. Cars, body panels are all plastic.
yeah. A lot of things are plastic now. High temper
Everything in our
plastic.
life is
Can I
plastic,
say one
in-
thing before we leave?
including
There's
us. We have microplastic. Every person on this planet
in
is
your
filled
blood.
with microplastic now.
Yeah, it's in our
Forever
system.
chemicals too. Forever
Every
Your
chemicals.
stomach.
animal on this planet,
Yeah.
and they're starting to think that plants too are absorbing the plastic. Hell, the fucking rocks are.
That, Jeanette Miller said we used to wrap things in paper at the butcher shop. Yes, that's the
Thank
days I
you.
remember.
Butcher
It
paper.
was
And
butcher
milk used
paper.
to come in a glass
And
bottle.
that's biodegradable shit there. You
And
can
I
put
like
that
the
back in
bo-
the ground, it just becomes dirt.
Yeah.
I like the paper bags too.
Yeah.
But it's hard to find them anymore.
Well, the argument against paper bags is you're cutting down all the trees. Well, no, we produce trees at a fast rate nowadays. We can do a clear cut, plant trees, and
Yeah.
have them back up. If
And
you
we
had,
could-
it's like
we
any
could
other kind of farming.
Something
You
we
don't
could
cut
plant
down
something
new.
that's sustainable, like bamboo,
Like hemp.
which is fast growing, like hemp, which, either one, fast growing and can be made into paper products,
Yes.
and is biodegradable and doesn't hurt the planet.
That
But
reminds
then
me.
you'd be
you
stepping
might have-
on the plastic industry's feet, and they don't
Yeah, well,
like that.
plastic comes from oil.
Yes, oil. Oil. That's how
It's
come I
all
always say if you get rid of
petroleum
cars, don't think you're getting rid of oil. It's in almost everything in that plastic that we're talking about, and so many damn things. And boy,
That
howdy shit,
reminds
what
me,
happened to the
John.
price of gas overnight? Because I had to stop
There's a
get gas
Chinese
this morning,
plant-
and it's up
There's
25
a Chinese
cents.
plant that manufactures plastic in Texas, and the beaches in Texas are loaded with the little tiny pellets
Yes.
that are almost slightly bigger than
Oh,
sand. Slightly bigger than sand. The beaches in Texas are loaded with that fucking plastic.
We are. We
pellet.
are. It's in the local news. That's not a surprise to anybody down here. Yes.
No.
Microplastics.
Well,
It just
it-
washes up just like
Uh-uh.
any other. It looks like sand. You walk on it all the time, and it's going to
Hey,
be
John?
there forever. Yes.
Can I say one thing before we end the show?
Sure. Go ahead.
We have a great victory under our belt. The Teamsters and UPS
Yes.
personnel brought UPS to their knees. UPS settled.
Yes. Yes. Good.
And they got everything they wanted. UPS cracked and gave them everything they wanted.
Because what they wanted was fair.
Union, yes.
and-
Union, yes.
That's outstanding. Yeah. Oh, I'm a union guy. Union Stewart,
Yeah.
baby. AFGE. Anyway, Michael Johnson came in the room with a $2 donation and said, hemp makes paper as well. Fuck Trump.
Yes, it
That's what it says.
I
I'm just
wanted to
reading that
mention
right there.
too, John.
Oh,
You smoke
wanted
the
to mention-
paper?
I prefer
Can I-
hemp rolling papers if I were
I
to
wanted
roll
to
my
mention too,
Cavendish into a cigarette.
well, John, I
Go
want
ahead.
to mention another thing too. They mentioned about fast-growing trees. I think Bernadette, you mentioned it.
Yes.
And you may have heard I was talking about catalpa trees. Now, some people around here don't like them. Oh, they dump these large leaves in the fall and blah blah blah. But I'll
Catalpa-
tell you what, I started my catalpa tree, several of them. I think it was a year and a half ago, and those suckers grow fast. I mean, you're talking in a matter of 4 months.
And they get large, don't they, John? They get
Yeah.
real-
And they're
Yeah.
beautiful. They're beautiful
They're
trees.
beautiful.
when
Yeah,
I was a kid, we
And
used to
thank you
play
for
with
the
catalpa
seeds.
beans. Catalpa beans. Did you ever
yeah,
learn to play with them?
that's right.
We used to when I was a kid. We used to play with the beans.
Well, I didn't realize, I always saw them when I was younger, and like, oh, they used to like in the fall when they drop their leaves, you hear this
Oh, that's
clattering
what I
of
said.
leaves. off
Come
in
on,
the
Don
wood.
Cheeto.
But anyway,
That's right,
Ah.
buddy.
those things, and not only that, their wood is extremely hard. I
Cavendish.
think they use them
That's
as
good.
rail posts or something. They're very, very strong.
Hmm.
Well, yeah. Now they can't grow everywhere. There's only certain areas where
They grow
grow.
up in
There
Michigan
is an
because that's where
answer
I'm-
to all our problems. It's, for the most part, not profitable enough for corporations to take up that lead. And that's the problem, is everything is still ruled by money, and that's why plastic will still be
Well,
used to
we-
wrap your meat or instead
cheap.
of butcher
Well,
pepper.
we
it's
better
easier
get
to
it
produce.
straight now, or we're going to be in
Well,
trouble.
We've been, how many years, how many decades have we been saying that, Johnny?
Uh-huh.
You know, half my
Profit
life,
rules,
more than half my
profit
life.
rules.
Shit, that remember back in the '60s, man. Hippies, damn, they love the earth, peace and love and all that stuff.
Well, the
Yeah,
Republican John will
but
say,
we got
"Oh
old and we
well,
can't do
Well,
it anymore.
like any
They just
generation,
got too high and they dropped the ball, John.
well, life happens. All of a sudden you got married, you got a house. All of a sudden you got a mortgage, you got bills,
Well,
you got to get
I
a
didn't
job.
drop the ball. I'm
All of a
still a
sudden
hip.
that's more important than the earth. Until later on, when you start looking, oh wait a minute, we're fucking up the earth. You knew that back in the '60s and the '50s. We knew that. We fought so
Yeah.
hard for it. But we dropped the ball because of money. Money, 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 baby. We
Nobody
went through,
listens to it.
yeah. And now we're paying the price for it. Are we working on it? Yes. Every time I drive down my road, it's Highway 666, baby, the Devil's Highway, and it's loaded up with wind turbines. I love that shit.
Well,
It's
the
progress.
electric company here in St. Louis is called Union or Ameren UE. Ameren UE overnight the other night doubled their over an overnight meeting they had at the business meeting. The next day they voted overnight to double their rates.
That's not unusual around this country. Are you shitting me? I told you
No.
what my bill was the other day. I can't.
Mhm.
Well, I'm starting
Yeah,
to
it
get ready to go
my
forward.
bill would scare anybody.
Well,
And there's
you
not
know,
much I can do about it. I wish I had some kind of other service I could get. I don't.
well,
You
there's
know.
a lot of companies out there that are offering solar, but they're not legitimate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to find a legitimate solar company. We're just going to have to go
Just
solar.
put the damn
That's all
panels
there is
on
to it.
top of your house. That'd be the best thing.
That's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Michigan, I'm going to put a wind turbine because in Michigan, the house is on a lake, and you know what kind of breeze comes off that lake?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
24 hours a day, there's a breeze that
Well, there
I
you go.
don't even have air conditioning.
That's prime place for wind farms.
Yeah,
That,
and I
you
don't
know,
have air conditioning.
We
I
have
open
them
my kitchen window,
stretching for
leave my
miles.
bedroom door open my bedroom window, and it comes right off the lake into my bedroom and out through the
Outstanding.
kitchen window all night long.
Kiss my ass. I have to run the air conditioner all night long or I will sweat to death. Anyway, I guess we're going to wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in and joining the conversation. Wednesday was an off day, baby. We didn't have a meeting on Tuesday, so we'll make it up. So we will be live again tomorrow night, Thursday, because we got to get back in the groove, baby. And but I want to thank everybody for coming by and joining in the conversation. I want to thank Mitch Goldstein, who was in earlier. I always enjoy Mitch's company anytime he pops in. And let me see. Who else?
John,
Yes, DJ.
can I say one thing?
Sure.
When Mitch was talking about, I wasn't around, but I do believe in UAPs. That's unidentified aerial phenomenon. You know why I believe in it?
Why is that?
Because they're so advanced. We won't even know they're here. If they're here watching us, we won't know it. We won't see UFOs.
I keep thinking,
There's
why
no
would they
way-
want to stop?
There's no way they would tell us they'd let us know we're here. Plus, I also think that possibly there's portals on the earth, and what we're seeing is people coming here and hopping on a portal to a new destination. So
Okay.
it's
Blue room.
Really?
it's and I
Wait,
believe
wait.
that because I'm a physicist at heart, and quantum physics actually allows that to be a possibility.
Maybe that's in the Bermuda Triangle, where that's where everybody ends up going. I don't know.
But,
I
you know,
don't know
Blue
about
room's
portals.
triangle.
I just know that if we don't take care of this freaking planet,
Maybe this is just a way station where you hop from one portal to the other and keep going.
yeah. But I had that discussion when I first smoked my first joint about being an atom on the fingernail of a giant.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, I
but
figure out-
it's that
I'm
kind of
living in
interest though that
system
sparks innovation. That sparks
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
I
I
hope that
figure out
giant.
the solar
I hope
system
that
with an atom in a toilet because everybody keeps pissing on my head.
I was gonna say, I hope if he was on a giant or something, he didn't pick his nose.
He probably did. We got boogers all over us, Johnny.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
All right, yeah. We're gonna wrap
But
it up.
anyway, yeah,
Thank you, Johnny Fly, for coming in. We appreciate it tremendously. Take care of Pennsylvania for us.
I sure will.
DJ,
Yes.
take care of yourself up there, bub.
Oh, I will. No more tick bites.
No more tick
I
bites.
went out and mowed the lawn and took all my clothes off and had a tick inspection.
Well, good. Keep doing
Well,
that.
no
Make-
ticks.
No
No more
ticks.
ticks.
Good deal. Glad that's happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ed,
Yes, John.
thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I wanted to say that Giuliani finally fell apart, especially alongside Mitch McConnell.
Yes, he did. Fist up, yes. Yeah, he's
I
having
saw
to.
that, John, and Mitch looked like
Giuliani,
his eyes
Giuliani fell apart a long time ago. He just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Rudy's got
But
some
Mitch
rev.
McConnell, he just looked
Rudy
vacant. His
Judy.
eyes just looked empty. He looked like
Yeah.
he wasn't even there.
Yeah,
He
that's
ain't
what.
there. Neither was Mitch.
Neither
No,
was
but I
Mitch.
mean, this
Maybe
one
they're
after
together. Ooh,
today
that's
looked
frightening.
like he just totally wiped him, and he probably didn't even know where he was.
Yeah.
That you can tell in his
That's
eyes.
frightening.
All right. Well, I don't know what happened to Dave. Dave dropped out of the room, I guess, but we want to thank Dave for coming in.
I'll say goodnight.
Yeah. Oh, there went Ed. Dave, anytime you want to come back, if you're still listening, you know how to get here now. Come on in, raise your hand. You'll be right in the room, brother. Glad to have you. Anyway, let me see. Who did I miss up here? I got Ed. Got DJ. That's it. That's it. Miss you, chick.
Yes, John.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. I do have a couple of shout outs.
Please do.
Okay, from the Sunday rant, we have some share that shit people.
Yeah, they shared that shit.
They shared
Bless
that
their
shit.
heart. Thank you.
Steve Hooker, he's actually from Texas, but he lives in San Francisco now, and
Lucky.
he put a little comment that said he loved hearing sense come out of someone's mouth with a Texas accent.
Thank you.
There you go, John.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
was good. Jim Bonlander from Utah, Frank Cox from Kentucky, Lisa Thomas from Colorado, Ricky Painter, I think, from Missouri, William James Barrows from Florida, Winston Francis from Maryland, Josette Lippincott Smith from New Hampshire, Greg Knutson from Minnesota, and Maggie Square from California. And I want to remind everyone
Please do.
that Granville G. Walton Jr. from Ohio, he wants everyone to vote no on issue 1.
No on
Absolutely.
issue 1
Vote
up in
no.
Ohio. Y'all remember that stuff. Everybody, even if you live next door to Ohio, remind them. Open the window and say, hey, no on number 1. So,
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
that's
and
right.
Share
Like,
this
share, and
shit
subscribe
with
this shit. Subscribe to this shit. That's always helpful. Miss Chick, you're priceless, baby. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome, Jim.
Okay. And, of course, Bernadette.
Yes, sir.
Always, baby.
I want
Thank
I
you
want
for
to
being
thank everybody for participating in a lively chat
here.
tonight.
Lively chat tonight.
Very lively. In not only here in Discord, and if you ain't in Discord, you're missing out. And
Telling you.
especially over in YouTube, we get some really good comments going on, and they talked about greens all night. Boy, I'm just hungry for some greens now.
Boy, howdy shit. Yeah, that seems to be a thing. Because Bernadette's a little
Yeah,
later in
buddy.
time. When she starts to go to cook, I'm thinking of Vanilla Snacko, so all of a sudden I get hungry. So everybody's headed to the kitchen.
Thank you, everybody who gave a super chat, and don't
Indeed.
forget to 2 for Blue. Our candidates need it, and so does our government. Okay.
Indeed. Thank you, Bernadette.
Yeah.
And indeed, I want to
I
thank
also
everybody.
want to thank Mitch McConnell for coming in here and giving us some wonderful lessons
Yes,
tonight. Because
yes.
man is a brilliant teacher.
His words
Thank
were
you.
speechless, is all I can say. Speechless.
Yep.
And James
Well,
Price
no.
reminds us that turnips still suck. Anyway, that's what he said. I'm not getting in there. That's what he said. See him in
greens
the
are
blue
good.
room. He'll be in the blue room
I
in
made
just a
my
minute.
apology to turnips. okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The link is in the chat. I know Bernadette put it in there for Discord. Y'all follow it right now because when we leave the show here, we're all headed over to the blue room, and that's when
Yep.
we get to cooking, baby. Anyway, again, I want to thank everybody who donated tonight. Thank you so much, and those names going by that help pay the bills every month, baby. These are the people that make sure that we're still here every week, and I want to thank you so much. And don't forget that the other list that goes by there are family members that we have lost, and we hold them dear in our hand, in our heart. And I'm just looking at it, and that list is just getting so long. Anyway, baby, I love you. Thank you for being here, and y'all say good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We will be back live tomorrow, Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please come by and see us.